if we're ready to watch the first chapter of 2 Hour Yesterday, which is called Transplanted World. Put some swords and stars in the chat because he's Lightbringer. Or Lightseeker. Lightbringer. He's Lightseeker this time. So, another moment. Give him carrot juice and medicine. I'm ready to get story started. I'm so excited. The canon is that the boys take turn dating MC for each era. Sometimes play progress. Raph is a sore loser. He could also be the Lightbringer, I guess. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy too. I'm ready, let's go! Yes! Alright. I've been waiting for lore. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for lore. All right. Transplanted World, 2 Hour Yesterday. This is Xavier's portion. I'm so excited. Mission. Ooh, we're already starting so... Our lore fest is finally over. At this long-awaited press conference, Val Sanatorium announced they would temporarily stop accepting new patients. Oh yeah! That's right. DB completely destroyed the place. Wow, it's been a long time. I should have rewatched Death and Rebirth. According to the official statement, the rationale is that they won't want to focus their limited resources and expertise on patients with greater needs. Appearing as a spokesperson, Director Wicker takes no questions from the media and bows before leaving the conference room. Having escaped the relentless cameras in hot pursuit, Director Wicker feels satisfied. His mission is complete, and all that remains is filing his final report. Just as he relaxes, a curtain flickers in his periphery. A hard object is pressed against the back of his head. Ooh. Oh no.
I ask and you answer. So long as you don't lie, I can guarantee your head will stay intact.
Hello?
We can talk about this.
Where's Benedict?
Ooh.
I don't...
The lie that was said instinctively has barely left his lips as the sound of a laser weapon being charged resounds. Director Wicker bites the tip of his tongue. He uses the sharp pain to regain his ability to think and weigh his options.
I'm not sure, but he might be on an unnamed floating island.
The location?
It's a moving island. No one knows its exact coordinates. A person like me knowing this much information is already an exception to the rules. Please understand.
One last question.
Yes.
Is Stanley still alive?
Stanley? Do we know a Stanley? Is that someone we know? Director Wicker feels as if lightning has struck the back of his head. His entire body, even his heart, feels slightly numb. Seemingly unsure of how to answer, he mumbles incoherently as if the question itself filled him with tremendous fear. A series of muffled gunshots reverberate behind him. Director Wicker's legs give out as he falls. He clutches his head. Horrified, he stares at the reflection on the wall. We have not seen Stanley yet. Okay. Okay. The assailant who attacked him is forced to leave through the window. Their face isn't revealed, not even once. Footsteps approach. Trembling, Director Wicker turns and cries out in shock.
Benedict!
Oh, he's still alive?
Director Wicker, you handled the press conference well. You lived up to my expectations. However, it looks like you can access knowledge you shouldn't otherwise have. Since you're interested in the floating island, would you like to see it yourself?
At the sight of Benedict's outstretched hand, Director Wicker knows he has no choice but to accept. Ooh. The private aircraft takes off under the cover of night. It encounters a floating island that suddenly appears like a mirage. Benny boy, I'll deal with you later. The aircraft lands, and Benedict carries the unconscious Director Wicker into the island's only dense forest. He places the modified Director Wicker on a metal surface somewhere in the forest. Almost like a sacrifice, the body sinks into the ground. The platform quickly passes through the artificially constructed soil and enters a cold, metallic interior. At the end of this journey is a vast hall. Oh, this is cool. This is really neat. Inorganic light flickers and spreads. Electronic displays emit cold lights and envelop the area. Bright floors, curved walls, and soft lighting are constructed by holographic blue lights. In no more than 10 seconds, the space is fully built. Even more refined lasers interweave to form 4 or 5 human figures. Oh, it's like Sele.
This is the Fountain of Atay's latest achievement. It doesn't look impressive.
Is that the lady? Wait, is that the oh no, is that the lady from the attack at the beginning of DB or a DNR? A figure walks around Director Wicker, loses interest halfway, and turns to ask another hologram.
Long time no see, Professor Lucius. You took so many things from my Gaia biotech, and this is all you can accomplish?
The Fountain of Atay's core has nothing to do with your precious research center. Souls can't be shaped, and external devices are useless.
Give the M's. Okay. I believe so. Okay.
You're here.
It's the guy! Wait, Isn't that the Nest guy? Wait, why is he kind of hot though? Why is he kind of good looking? Like in not like a hot like Silas way, but like he's kind of good looking. A new figure in the holographic space causes Lucius and the other to fall silent. They turn in unison to show their respect. They appear polite and trusting, even though he's an old man on a hospital bed.
Don't pay too much attention to this test subject. It's just today's extra. Or rather, a medium.
Medium? A medium for a soul? What? I'm sorry, you're right, he's the enemy. Everguy? The old man makes a beckoning gesture with his hand. The floating platform carries Director Wicker carrying Director Wicker slowly drifts towards him. I'm gonna have a hard time saying Director Wicker over and over again, you guys. I'm gonna just apologize in advance because my mouth cannot form that sentence.
Have the new wavelengths from the deep space signal been successfully decoded?
Who are you, dude? You've been here since the beginning. Who are you? The silence is abrupt, and the holograms remain motionless. It's clear they're well versed in concealing their emotions. Finally, the old man rises from his deep contemplation. Subtle ripples appear in his otherwise emotionless voice.
The recent disturbances in the deep space tunnel remind me of that starless night from over a decade ago.
I want to know like everything right now. I'm so like want to ask so many questions, and I know that it'll all be revealed, but it's so I'm just like I want the information to be fed into my brain right now.
The night when the signal from deep space arrived on Earth. 2034. In that era when aerospace technology was advancing, humanity's ambition for deep space exploration expanded faster than the Big Bang.
Hang on, I need to re-look at what he just said. The recent disturbance in the deep space tunnel reminds me of the starless night over a decade ago, which I'm assuming they're referring to the catastrophe. The night when the signal from deep space arrived on Earth, which I would assume is the disturbance. When aerospace technology was advancing, humanity's ambition for the deep space exploration. Okay.
Institutions competed to decode it. They all wanted to be first. The literary world dramatized it. Ignorant masses worshipped it. And they even created the Deep Space Academy.
Oh. The DAA. They got the signal right before the catastrophe, right?
But only our decrypted information is closest to the truth. Earth is about to experience a grand eradication.
He slowly exhales and forcibly suppresses his elevated tone and emotions.
Then the monsters appeared. Geomagnetic disturbances occurred, and mass extinction events were expedited. The warnings in the signal became reality, one at a time.
It sounded like he was getting a little triggered, and his touring chip like was starting to go off.
The grand eradication is a large-scale elimination process.
This planet wants to abandon us and enter its next phase of existence.
For over a decade, I have strongly advocated for the Fountain of Atay. I've dispatched the Farspace fleet to enter the Deep Space tunnel's depths to avoid being abandoned. There were setbacks, but we managed to obtain the chess piece closest to her. To bring up 2034 again. Was there a mishap?
To avoid being abandoned, that will only make you a dog begging for fate's mercy. Lucius, you're old. The gears in your brain are covered in rust.
He does kind of sound like Carl Urban.
It only took a few decades for evolvers to evolve from mere humans. This proves that in the future, we can reach a point beyond our wildest imaginations.
It only took a few decades. Okay, so evolvers started before the Chrono Rift catastrophe then. Which makes sense because we're assuming that the kids had, or that Kid Zane has mentioned that he had ice powers. There's so much information going on right now.
We can achieve immortality.
Okay, and the Fountain of Atay is to create immortality, which was with the cocoons. But yeah, they were around because Xavier was Evol Police before. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Who knows if it's impossible or not? The Lemurians who escaped the last grand eradication are practically living specimens of immortality.
Escaped?
Of course, there are also the little ones who came back from the other side of deep space. It proves that some people found a way to survive.
The little ones came back from the deep space. What?
Planetary immortality only costs a few more lives, but it's still cost-effective. What do you think, Soren?
No. I want him gone. No. Ew, gross. Nope. I don't, he does not exist. Nope. Get out of here with your bowl cut, Soren.
Aside from the decrypted deep space signal, there's no concrete evidence that suggests Earth will face an apocalypse. As for that unkillable monster in the N109 zone, we can't confirm whether the life form is truly indestructible.
As for the unkillable monster in the N109 zone, we can't confirm whether the life form is... they're referring to Silas.
So how do we determine whether our persistence in pursuing immortality is a noble endeavor or absurd paranoia?
The deep space signal isn't an oracle or a prophecy. It's mercy from the universe's governing laws that wish to give humanity a reprieve. What we're able to decode are predetermined facts already set in stone. That evidence you want, it's already part of this world.
He raises his hand. A violently fluctuating metaflux envelops the man bound on the platform. Did they just make him into a wanderer? The transformation is completed instantly. A wanderer replaces the human shell, only to be killed moments later by hidden weapons. A crisp, metallic chime accompanies the fresh protocore and falls onto the platform.
Protocores are one of the most powerful pieces of evidence. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, I discovered the connection between protocore energy and her. I knew what kind of mission the universe gave me. Using protocores to accelerate human civilization's development and allowing humanity to achieve an immortality that aligns with this process. Only then can we survive the grand eradication with little to no losses. The anomalies caused by the deep space tunnel are becoming more frequent. Protocores are always guiding us.
Are they? The protocore trembles and rolls into a container that extends beneath the platform. Soren makes several gestures in the air. The Rembic container activates the protocore as if it's establishing a connection with some distant space. A rift that's shorter than a finger opens in the air. It quickly closes as its energy is depleted.
Recently, the frequency of spatial anomalies and magnetic field disturbances has almost reached the edge of time and space. Once a planet gets swept into that, complete disintegration will soon arrive.
Did you come up with another way to deal with your former teammate? I hope we can defeat your little prince and prove to him that our Soren is the most capable one.
No, I don't think so.
Matters involving the backtrackers aren't to be taken lightly.
Do you need our assistance?
I've had enough of those disgusting manipulation tactics you use on your brainwashed test subjects. I don't need any help, and I don't need anyone's approval. I will make Xavier fall because of the hypocrisy, arrogance, and impracticality he clings to. That outcome will be enough to prove I'm correct.
Are you though?
All right. In any case, they don't actually care about your personal matters.
Our Majesty's stronger than all of you. Several hoarse, irregular coughs ring out like a broken clock. It creates a rhythmic agitation. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Agitation that makes hearts flutter.
The deep space tunnel is closing in, and the cage is tightening its grip. It's time to bring her back to us.
No.
Be careful, and
Don't.
try not to let the emissary truly awaken.
The
Our most
emissary?
important hope mustn't be erased.
Truly awakened. Am I the emissary that shouldn't be truly awakened? Soren's image flickers and disappears, and the meeting ends.
I wish you all the best.
The holograms scatter and fade away as the cold laboratory's walls dissolve. The scene of clouds dyed in the sunset's colors replace it. Ooh, that's cool. That's neat. An empty hospital bed hovers above the clouds. It chooses to decay with the twilight rather than surrender to the night. I don't know, but there's a lot of information to take in. That's a lot of information. Oh my goodness. A big snowman for sure. Maybe. Okay. Well, let's just continue. Tires scrape the ground and whip up the wind. A brand new 470 HM carries me across the Mover Bridge that's located above the city. They threw so much right out. Yeah, they did.
The magnetic field at the incident site shows coupled fluctuations, but the wanderers who correspond to them are nowhere to be found. It might be a new type. Be careful.
Thanks, Tara. Copy that. I'm 5 kilometers away from my destination. I'm ready to do some dynamic data collection.
Like on city phasing through things, dimensional ruptures, space-time rifts. Our missions have been weird lately. Everyone was spooked by that snowfall that happened outside of winter. They're jumpy now.
Tara. When the world is too peaceful, people tend to find their own source of entertainment.
There are 500 missions every day. You might be entertained, but I'm not.
Okay. Don't be glum. I'll buy you a soda to sweeten your day up when we get back. After my call with the data analysis team ends, I look at the sky near the mission site. The clouds stretch out for kilometers. The clouds stretching out for kilometers appear as if they've been sliced by a giant blade. The cut looks clean. Is the link on online glitching again? It looks beautiful though. As the snow that fell outside of winter melts, the recent Ultram incident is slowly forgotten by the public. However, unusual celestial phenomena pulled back the curtain on apocalyptic fears in people's hearts. Afterwards, anomalies, both big and small, arrive one after another. They're accompanied by rampant rumors such as the Deepspace Tunnel expansion theory, the sixth of interest confirmed, the sixth mass extinction event, and the Great Human Catastrophe of 2099. Aside from burdening deep space hunters and evil police with countless unnecessary tasks, these rumors injected plenty of chaotic entertainment into the otherwise mundane lives of Lincoln's residents. The only reassuring thing here is that Zane hasn't shown any more abnormalities. But I know his troubles didn't end just because the Fountain of Atay press conference was cancelled. Benedict is continuing this plan behind the scenes again. Perhaps Zane's confrontation with them has also temporarily moved below the surface. Ever since we parted ways at the cemetery, he's been visiting the Fractal Library more frequently. Maybe he's trying to find a solution to this dilemma in the world of books. Did he tell her about the Fractal Library? How does she know about the... Is it... Didn't the kid... did Shubai say something about the Fractal Library? That strange boy with white hair. Oh, if I just keep reading. That strange boy with white hair told me all about this. He calls himself Shubai. I feel I should have skipped. He somehow got an electric watch. When he's not using it to explore the novel world of the internet, he confides in me using what he calls irreverent words. Shubai. I love Shubai. For example, the emissary is hiding in a maze of bookshelves and ignoring everyone. The emissary is pulling all-nighters again. The emissary only orders milk tea for himself. He doesn't ask if I want anything. At least the Fractal Library can access the internet. I turn off the motorcycle's engine when I reach my destination. I refocus, remove my helmet, and approach the edge of a buzzing crowd.
Who was your mother?
On-site dynamic data collection will take 30 seconds. I'll check the records from the nearby stabilizer. Ooh. Records refresh. Oh, that was cool. The fluctuations amplitude has been normal for the past 3 days. Whatever those coupled fluctuations appeared, they coincide with protocore transport vehicles passing through.
This falls under normal interference. Dynamic data retrieval complete. Hold on.
What you got for me?
Results from advanced tech labs are back. There is a 0.51% chance of a wanderer appearing. Great. That's one more false alarm to our list.
Thanks, Tara. You're the best. I'll still buy you a soda, I promise.
A lot of rare phenomena are just astronomical occurrences. We're probably paranoid.
That's a good thing. A false alarm is better than actual thing. Since the data has been verified, I'll close the case. Wide range protofield anomalies detected in Lumiestis district? Oh. Conduct joint investigation with task force. Okay.
Please don't block the area! The Special Task Force will confirm if this is related to highly dangerous evolvers. Deepspace hunters are on their way. Hey, don't use this as an excuse to stand on the trash can.
Oh.
Otto, the city inspector, will photograph and record everything.
Okay. Pushing through the crowd, I pass through the light barrier the Special Task Force has set up. When I turn my head, I lock eyes with the officer on duty.
It's you again.
It's you again. Okay. So... don't stand on the trash cans, it's dangerous. So... there's weird phenomenon still going on, but it doesn't have anything to do with wanderers, it sounds like, which is kind of odd, actually. It doesn't... Oh, thank you, Wolfie. Have a good night. Alright. Well, let's just continue, because there's not much to talk about yet, but there's a lot going on. But nothing's connecting yet.
This is the 5th time we've been assigned to the same mission, right? What a coincidence.
Yeah, it's weird. The last time that happened, he turned out to be evil. That's weird. After evacuating the crowd and finishing our mission, the officer and I crack open an energy drink for each other outside of the convenience store. After the last Ultron-related incident, your department and our association have been doing a long-term joint operation. We'll probably keep running into each other.
They say it's to strengthen police-hunter cooperation and mutual learning. But I bet there are things they can't keep under wraps anymore. Did you hear? Someone saw a futuristic spaceship in the forest. It fell out of a space-time rift.
Mira, sweating. You don't say! That's so weird! Oh my god, I could only imagine what that looks like. Sweating profusely.
The case disappeared the moment it was entered into the system. Don't you think it's suspicious?
Oh, they did. Really? A futuristic spaceship? That's really sci-fi.
I already dealt with 5 anomalies today. I'm going to do 2 more before grabbing a bite to eat. What about you?
And there's an extremely subtle disturbance behind me. It's like 2 bubbles rising from calm waters. They're followed by a trace akin to gentle rippling waves that swiftly disappear. I look at the magnetic field stabilizer. It's not sending out an alert.
What's wrong? Do we have a problem on our hands?
It's from No Hunt Zone number 39. There might be more to this than meets the eye. I shouldn't involve other people for now. I shake my head, and the words Xavier said not too long ago echo in my mind.
Based on my observation and analysis, particularly capable evil police officers are usually drawn to bizarre cases.
Oh, right. There's an update on that case we handled together. The one about the bathroom sink turning into pure gold. This time it was a toilet that transformed. A child's hand is stuck on it.
Really? Don't tell me I'm about to encounter an evolver with a golden touch. I'll handle the golden toilet case. I can keep going. Good luck on your next mission. Stay safe.
Good luck. Stay safe too. Once the officer's figure disappears into the distance, I pull out my phone and send a voice message to a familiar chat. Xavier, No Hunt Zone number 39 shows sign of magnetic fields overlapping. I'm heading there now. How are things on your end? I'm so glad you see your own toilet. No Hunt Zone number 39 was once part of the Lumistius district. It's where a large expanse of high-rise buildings was built along the waterfront to get a view of the river. Keep up the good work. But when the Chrono Rift catastrophe struck, the natural beauty and value that humans had assigned to it became meaningless. It's said that the No Hunt Zone number 39 wasn't supposed to be irrecoverable. Thank you. There we go. My brain worked it out. But at some point, wanderers began emerging endlessly from the building's overlapping shadows. It's as if a crack leading to some monster's lair had opened up. It's a spawn point. The energy levels in the area significantly dropped later on and remained stable, and its danger levels are far below the average for No Hunt Zone. However, no one believes No Hunt Zone number 39 can be reclaimed. Outside the perimeter, I've just parked my motorcycle when Xavier starts a video call with me.
Are you alone? And are you sure it's a magnetic field overlap?
It is. Those coupled fluctuations, like the 2 bubbles bursting one after another on the water's surface, are obvious. This isn't a false alarm from the association.
I'll wrap things up here and find you. Give me 2 minutes. 2.5 at most. If you see anyone who looks like a backtracker,
I'll quietly follow them. You told me this multiple times already. You've turned into a worrywart with all this nagging, Xavier.
oh, I see someone who thinks I'm always nagging doesn't want the results about the biometric key.
Oh? You and Jeremiah finally figured it out? Tell me.
It's the same as the preliminary examination. We can't unlock it.
Well, then why were you even giving me a false hope at this point?
All we know is that there's an unknown substance inside.
Working.
And it's not a chip.
Yeah, telling me that just so I'd be nice to you. You mean...
We can only go to Soren and see if he can unlock it.
Ugh.
He's familiar with the old Gaia Research Center.
I don't want to.
So you'll have to keep moonlighting for me behind the association's back.
Guess. It's a win-win collaboration. But you make it sound like I'm getting a bad deal. Unable to stop myself from grumbling internally, I poke his smiling face on the screen. Who would have expected things to turn out this way 2 weeks ago?
Whether it's a rupture or instances of buildings phasing in and out, they're fundamentally related to magnetic field fluctuations and must be taken seriously. I know there have been many false reports lately, which makes it easy to overlook real threats. Everyone must remain vigilant.
Ooh, things are blinking in and out. As the briefing ends and the crowd disperses, I see a figure who shouldn't be here. Xavier? He showed up voluntarily. Is the world actually ending? Shenanigan music. Shenanigans are happening. In a usually deserted, quiet corner of the Unicorn's building lobby, I raise my arm to block that sneaky figure's path.
Fancy seeing you here, partner.
Not so fast.
We ran into each other in a corner. It must be fate.
It's, yeah, weird. This isn't fate. I'm cornering you and skipping the small talk. Xavier, you're at the association because those abnormal magnetic fields are actually a problem, right?
Yes. The issue is that the magnetic fields are abnormal.
My other arm quickly raises, and I promptly cut off his escape route on the other side. Ominous, like smoke coming out of the oven. His eyelashes are lowered, and he doesn't speak. He just looks at me. Xavier? What are you doing here? Are you trying to use your eyes to show your sincerity? I'm not falling for that today.
Then should I try a different approach?
No, 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 no. Look away. Look away. Don't look at me. Don't stare at me. In fact, I need you to turn around and speak to me. As he speaks, he furrows his brow, his eyes showing reproach. His expression displays disapproval. Do not disapproval me, Xavier. Xavier. No. No. I'm not falling for this one either.
Oh. Well, I guess I failed. I don't have another trick up my sleeve.
How dare he? Fine. If you won't tell me, then I'll go ask our good friend Jeremiah. He'll tell me anything because he's my sixth love interest.
I'm trying to find someone.
I turn and look at Xavier.
Soren. Based on what we know about him, he's most likely hiding in areas with magnetic field anomalies. And most of these anomalies may be linked to the flux nexus.
Okay, so question about the flux nexus. The flux nexus, is it confirmed that there is a 1 in each of the no-hunt zones? Because there's one in the N1, there's one that we knew of the in the N109 zone. And we know that there's one in that one zone that we were in when we first saw Xavier, who was trying to like soothe the Wanderer. Was it confirmed that they're all in the N109 or in the Nohan zones? Folded like a lawn chair. Our bestie will tell us everything. That was easy. Mentioning Jeremiah got him to spill. You'll find out your answer by the end of Xavier's section. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Because we know we've encountered at least 3. Aside from hiding in magnetic fields. Are there any other clues that can help us locate Soren as quickly as possible?
Recently, some backtrackers I've lost contact with have returned to Lincoln secretly. They left the backtrackers to follow Soren. I also visited Isaiah today.
Oh?
Back then, he left the backtrackers with them and they all joined Ever. Soren's whereabouts? I'm afraid only Isaiah would know.
But isn't Isaiah a little, I don't know, scatterbrained? Scatterbrain's not exactly the right word, but I've heard the name Isaiah before. I saw him at the psychiatric hospital too. At the time, I was doing a Wanderer defense seminar and happened to run into Xavier, Jeremiah, and the person they hid behind them. He was a strange young man who appeared to be mentally ill. Yet he stared at me with a sharp gaze and said he knew me. According to Xavier, Isaiah had already escaped with a lot of Ever's classified information. He was on the run for a while. When they saw him again, he had already become dazed and confused. He also lost part of his memory. I haven't seen Isaiah in a long time. Jeremiah must have moved him somewhere else. How has he been lately? Did he remember the grievances and entanglements between you? Does he still remember Soren?
He's missing.
How did you lose a whole ass man, Xavier? How did you lose a whole ass man? What? Did Soren kidnap him?
I don't think so. I went to the cottage where Jeremiah had him staying. All his clothes were still there. The only thing missing was the Order of Lightseeker's uniform. He probably remembered something and wants to handle it in the identity he values most.
At the edge of the No-Hun Zone number 39, a somewhat furtive figure flashes by. Those long robes look out of place in Lincoln City. And what's even more peculiar is when he disappeared, did he take the Order of the Lightseeker's uniform and sneakers?
A pair of sneakers was missing from the shoe cabinet. They were blue. You
should have kept him in the hospital. It's not Xavier's fault. It's Zavon and Jeremy's. I immediately cross the perimeter and start up the 470 HM. I chase after those blue sneakers. I see him. Hurry up. We need to... you need to be here now. Ooh. Imagine the uniform and blue sneakers. The image is so good. I love it. I don't imagine them just sneakers. For some reason, I think of them as like the medical sneakers too, with like the Velcro or the like the old people sneakers. But they're like a bright blue. Okay, so my guess about Isaiah has been a guess for a while, ever since we met him, the old man sneakers, is that Isaiah is Xavier's brother. They made it pretty apparent in feverish attempts that there's a good possibility that Isaiah could be Xavier's brother. So let's go ahead and get started. Or get going. Get to the next one. The 470 HM races through the dilapidated streets as I watch Isaiah dart into the intersection. He entered a narrow, winding alley squeezed between two tall buildings. Who knows where it leads? Full brother. He wasn't in the best place when I saw him last, but he's still a backtracker, so I shouldn't underestimate him. I stop at the intersection to think for a moment, and then I leave the motorcycle running and quietly get off. I'll approach the alley's entrance on foot. As I look down the intersection, I notice something hidden deep within the alley's darkness. This doesn't feel like a trap or an ambush. That fluctuation, it's inside. If Isaiah knows Soren's whereabouts, then maybe he fled here to meet him? I send the updated coordinates to Xavier and crouch as I slip into the alley. My combat boots traverse the dust-covered ground silently. Not even a single speck is stirred. I advance cautiously. When my body feels heavy all of a sudden, it's as if I've passed through an invisible barrier. Flinching back, I find a soft glow suddenly filling my vision. Oh no. I thought they were trying to find him for that reason, Kira. What's going on? The narrow alley is replaced by a spacious stone street that leads to a plaza. At its center is a massive sculpture. I step back and turn around, but I don't return to familiar surroundings. The sensation beneath my feet is so real that it's undeniable. I experienced this before in another magnetic field overlaps. I've dealt with. In a park, a vintage stable appears out of nowhere. Stairs leading to a rooftop turns into a mural. A well materializing next to a platform. But none of these anomalies are as vivid as this. It really feels like I traveled to another world.
How long are you going to stand there like that?
That somewhat haughty voice belongs to Isaiah, who looks even more arrogant than he sounds. The well-fitted knight's uniform makes him look much sharper, and if you ignore his blue sneakers, he'd probably be intimidating. Unfortunately, they're hard to ignore.
You're being very rude right now. What's with that look on your face?
Hello?
If my night boots hadn't been damaged in the previous battle, I wouldn't need to dress in such a ridiculous manner. Jeremiah, that despicable scoundrel. He only gave me everyday shoes.
Wow, he definitely has grievances. As saying that I'm not reacting to his complaints, Isaiah probably feels like he's talking to himself. Gritting his teeth, his expression shifts. He raises his chin to address me with renewed dignity.
I saw you outside the no-hunt zone. I knew you'd respond to our royal homeland summons and come here. This is your destiny.
Everyday shoes are greatly appreciated. I do like the black light secret outfit a lot. Oh yeah. He's so silly though. Not what you expect. No.
And an opportunity that fate has granted me.
He's giving very, I'm trying to think of what kind of anime he would be from, but he's giving very anime. Yeah. A faint luminescence coalesces in his hand and transforms into a short sword. He points it at me.
Isaiah, 5th Squadron Leader of the Order of Lightseekers, Senior Counselor of the Royal Council, and member of the Royal Family's last generation.
I'm Mira, a hunter of the Hunter Association.
Formally challenges you to an honorable duel.
Oh. I feel like I have to mock him a little bit more. I'm so sorry, Isaiah. I just have to push her. Your buttons are on full display and I have to push them. Oh wait, you're going to fight me as 3 people?
I can die fighting for honor, but I refuse to be insulted to death by you.
It turns out that even most arrogant people will lose their dignity when pushed to the breaking point. Isaiah doesn't wait for my response. As soon as he finishes shouting, he charges at me like an elegant yet furious goose. What a choice of animal. He raises his sword. I move almost simultaneously. I'll create some distance between us and use electrical rounds to incapacitate him. As soon as the bullet leaves the gun barrel, my target has already flickered and vanished. MC, have you learned nothing from Xavier? He just summoned a sword, ma'am. Of course he's the same as Xavier. He is a silly goose. Yankees are wild, they are. He can teleport as well? Having seen Xavier's teleportation combat style so many times, my heart skips a beat. I'm thinking of geese. I pick a direction and run.
You're running away during a duel? You've changed.
I look back. Isaiah is now standing where I had been, his sword slicing air. He looks in the direction I fled to, and his figure flickers and vanishes once again. Enemies who can teleport are so annoying. Xavier's weakness. What was it again? Before I can figure it out, a light flashes. Isaiah teleports to be just a few steps away from me. That's right, distance. Even if they both use light evil, he's still not Xavier. Only those whose evil is as strong as Xavier's can teleport everywhere. Judging by Isaiah's evil, 10 meters is his limit. A strategy gradually takes shape in my mind, and I sprint at full speed toward the plaza. Teleporting so cheer. It's true. The traps I drop along the way occasionally work. They electrocute Isaiah until he flickers like a malfunctioning streetlight. MC is so clever. When I reach the base of the giant sculpture, I prepare to welcome a furious Isaiah into my trap. But he actually stops in his tracks.
Out of all the places you could have chosen, do you know what it means to duel here?
Following his arm, I examine the somewhat indistinct statue behind me. The magnetic field isn't stable enough. The statue's upper half is lost in a shapeless void, and the lower half isn't exactly solid. It looks like a sword.
Whether it's intentional or not, you've chosen to let this duel continue with the holy sword of the goddess as your witness.
Isaiah flourishes his blade. Then he holds it upright in a formal stance.
I shall treat this more earnestly and give it my all.
Why did he suddenly get so serious?
You're not going to say anything? I know what you're planning. You want to provoke me so that I'll lose my composure. Then you'll exploit an opening. Let's see if you can still predict my sword techniques.
He's telling us his whole plan. Isaiah, your plans don't work if you tell me everything. You can't enemy anime monologue here. It's not gonna work out for you. Meeting his calm gaze, I have a bad feeling about this. Blade strikes, each faster than the last, move closer step by step. When my heel hits the hard base of the sculpture, I realize I have nowhere to run. Clang. Oh, yes, this music. This music is so good.
Xavier!
He's very angry. You've made him mad. Before the light fades, Isaiah is already calling out the name of the person before him through gritted teeth. Oh, no! Come on! My man! Duel in Lincoln. Oh, this is getting so good. This is so good.
Drawing your sword against an unarmed opponent. Is this your idea of chivalry?
He's angry. He's so mad.
What do you mean?
You pissed him off.
She has a gun!
Oh, no. Okay. Uh-oh, big bro energy. Xavier looks at me and the gun in my hand. His expression remains the same.
It's wrong if one party in a duel doesn't wield a sword. For the sake of your knight uniform, I acknowledge your sincerity for this duel.
The familiar light ball blade in his hand gathers light as he gently pushes me back into his sword arm. Oh, back with his sword arm. The blade cuts the air as it pointed directly at his opponent.
She doesn't have a sword, but I do.
She has a gun!
Do you think I'm stupid? I didn't win against you last time, so
I mean,
won't.
Do you want me to answer that sincerely? Because I don't think you'll like the answer. Similar to how Isaiah didn't give me an option to refuse, Xavier doesn't wait. In a flash of light, two blades, one long, one short, clash. At first, I admire the intensity of their blade and the excellence of their swordsmanship. But then the flashing lights, bright and dim, become so dazzling that I can no longer make out the fight's progress. Finally, a cry of pain cuts through this thorough display of light pollution. Whether bright or dim, well, he's certainly dim. Whether bright or dim, all the lights have now fallen silent. Isaiah rolls across the smooth stone pavement until he comes to a stop in front of me.
All the honor you wagered now belongs to her.
On what grounds?
He's got nothing on.
On the grounds that you lost.
Fine. It's pointless for me to take it anyways. That was cute. that was so cute, Xavier. That was so cute. Xavier can't help but chuckle. And judging by how Isaiah is glaring at us, it seems he'd like nothing more than to leap up and stab his sword through both of us. You hand over your honor. His little chuckle, so cute. I crouch in front of him and pick up the badge that fell off his uniform. Since you lost, I should be able to ask a few questions. You escaped and came all the way here. Why? Don't. No. Isaiah, you have to play by the rules.
This isn't the place to do an interrogation. The magnetic field isn't stable. Let's take him back and question him properly.
I look at Xavier, and he gently shakes his head.
Soren isn't here.
All right. Seeing a band of light as thick as hemp rope appear in Xavier's palm, Isaiah rubs his wrist as he gets up. Hatred tinged the words that leave his mouth.
Don't you dare tie me up! I am the 5th Squadron
Yeah,
leader
the
of
order,
the Order of
the
Light
blah,
Seekers,
blah, blah,
senior
blah, blah.
counselor
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Royal Council.
let's, come on, let's go. Let's go. Sir, it's just a better idea if you agree.
Will you promise you won't try to run off again?
Xavier! Xavier! No, Xavier!
The holy sword of the goddess shall be my witness.
Whatever. Lightseeker blah blah bullshit. This is the first time Xavier looks directly at the statue, known as the Holy Sword of the Goddess, since he arrived here. Sounds like blatant. He looks as calm as still water, and he says nothing else.
Capturing me is pointless, Xavier. You don't know how to leave this place.
But it sounds like you do.
I won't say anything.
You're one of us now. What you know, we know.
How am I one of you?
Even a defeated enemy is still human.
As he speaks, ribbons of light flow like water and form secure knots around Isaiah's. Dude, bro, this could have been a lot easier for you.
You?
Stop being evasive. Just tell us how to get out. You don't want to be tied up forever, right? Xavier walks over to stand beside me and crosses his arms. With a calm confidence, we look at Isaiah. Isaiah maintains a composed expression while gritting his teeth. Then he reluctantly gestures at me.
Breaking through a magnetic field overlap is difficult for others. But it'll be simple since you're here. Find the flux nexus that is gathering energy and destroy it. Then the energy will disperse. The field shall collapse soon after.
I crouch and place my palm to the ground. I'm about to resonate with the surrounding environment, but Xavier pulls me back.
Don't act rashly. If it just involves destroying the flux nexus, then I can do it too.
Of course. One massive evol burst can make any magnetic field explode. Assuming you don't have that thing on your neck.
Oh. Isaiah lifts his chin to expose his throat and mockingly taps his nape.
Otherwise, it'd be suicide.
Oh, it's that dire. Oh. Okay. Let me do it. I pat the back of Xavier's hand, then I close my eyes and activate my evol to search for the flux nexus in the magnetic field. Going to where the energy converges, I discover that the flux nexus isn't very strong. I use the resonance evol to destroy it. Oh. Wait, but how does her evol do that? Does she put too much power into it? The swirling, abnormally concentrated energy disperses like lambs released from a pen. It drifts away peacefully. The surrounding scenery splits apart, the surrounding scenery splits apart, collapses, and shakes. Hi. Taking one last look at the blurry visage of the holy sword of the goddess, I suppress the strange feeling welling up in my heart and grasp Xavier's outstretched hand. I think she overloaded it with its energy. Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's what it kind of felt like. The 470 HM speeds away, and the commotion fades with the receding dust clouds. This part of the urban ruins returns to its lifeless state once more. It's past midnight. Thick fog rises among the towering buildings, and it silently creeps up their exterior wall to engulf them. Hello? 3 hooded figures walk into the fog and stir eerie ripples in their wake.
We can't get in now without an anchor point.
It's that strategist.
I didn't expect her and Xavier to charge in.
Oh, they're backtrackers.
It's all because of Isaiah. When he goes crazy, he's not afraid of anything.
Did she see the holy sword of the goddess? Do you think she'll remember us? And Philos?
Oh no, she followed us. The backtracker, acting as their leader, crouches down, and her palm hovers over the ground. The chaotic traces are washed away as if they were cleansed by water. That wretched strategist. She gets to go with Goalie Gang. Get them both out of here. The cracked road beneath seems corrupted like code that's glitched out. A small section transforms into a withered, heavy slab made of pure white stone.
Soren didn't lie to us. It's real this time. He actually did it. Now, waiting is our best offense.
Oh, is this when he tried to... Oh.
But Soren specifically asked us to work with Ever's cleaners to intercept and eliminate Xavier and the others.
Does that also include Her Majesty and Jeremiah? They shouldn't be able to stop Soren's plan anymore. Is this really necessary?
The backtracker falls silent. She presses her hand against the stone slab to slowly, reluctantly caress it.
Soren isn't a qualified leader. It's up to you if you want to follow his orders. Regardless of whether his heart is consumed by hatred or blinded by madness, what he's doing hasn't betrayed the backtracker's original goal. Until the outcome is decided, I will never give up. This is my responsibility as a backtracker. It also involves my honor as a person.
This other girl is so sad. It's the fact that she called her Majesty is just, oh, it's okay. It's sad.
An unknown path ahead and giving it our all. If we're still hesitating at this point, we'd be too weak. If everyone could always be like Xavier, the backtrackers wouldn't have split up or ended up like us.
The faint sound of a bell drifts from the fog's depths. The three almost simultaneously look into the distance. Classic buildings of varying heights cast shadows that flicker in and out of view. They vanish as quickly as they appear, while thick fog surges with hidden currents. Someone waits in restless anticipation for the final reckoning to arrive. Isn't that what Soren's that okay, so the machine in Xavier's branch, isn't that, what am I trying to that machine. You guys know what I'm talking about. I know was it Soren who made the bubble that showed Starfall Forest, or was it that machine? And I thought the machine was still was kind of a test for what he is doing here. Okay. Because the machine was still at the college, right? Or did it get destroyed? I don't remember. Soren made it with the machine. Okay. Okay, so basically this is just a higher scale of what he's doing. And he says it's real this time. Huh. Okay. Fluctuations. Alright. Right. I think there is some mention of that later. Okay. Oh no, more shenanigan music. After leaving No Hunt Zone number 39, we escort Isaiah back to the flower shop. His hands are bound by bands of light.
You promised you wouldn't tie me up, but you went back on your word.
I'll
dismember you, turn you into custard to spread on bread, and eat you!
This is wild. Listen, Isaiah, if you'd have just come with us in the first place, we wouldn't have tied you up. But you didn't agree to doing anything for us. So really, we didn't have a choice.
You don't like custard.
Xavier, he's like a chihuahua. That thread kills me.
They said they wouldn't tie you up.
Jeremiah!
But did I say that? I'm pretty sure I
Jeremiah!
didn't.
Hi, Jeremiah. And now in Jeremiah's territory, he grabs Isaiah in one fluid motion and throws him into a chair. Jeremiah, I need to see you fight so badly. Then he pulls out a plastic zip ties to secure him in the back. Our boy. That's what you take for that signal. Seeing the lucky bamboo nearby, wrapped up, Isaiah kicks his legs in a panic. Oh no, not the peonies! Okay, real quick, but Jeremiah doesn't have an evil. Not that I know of. Not that they've mentioned. A bucket of herbaceous peonies, grade A with a black label, falls over. The flowers lie scattered on the floor. It looks like Jeremiah has reached his limit. Yes, get angry, get angry, get angry.
Can I knock him out?
Yes! That's not a good idea.
Do you really think he won't betray us again?
Without saying a word, Xavier drags over a high stool and sits down. He slightly raises his hand and creates 4 walls of light that surround Isaiah. Yes, honey.
Why would you use our family's punishment on me over something this trivial? How insulting!
Not Jeremiah's flowers. It set off alarms in my head when he mentions family punishment, especially when there are rated. Like, how did they treat Amazing? I know. Huh? This is baffling to watch. I nudged Jeremiah with my shoulder. What's the relation between these two?
He's from the Philosian royal family. He's Xavier's younger cousin.
No.
He's always had a bone to pick with Xavier ever since he was born.
Jeremiah. My sweet Jeremiah. I need you to go back a few sentences and say what you were actually going to say. MC. Timeout chair. Uh-huh. His royalty. Xavier? Royalty?
Those
oh no.
flowers are precious.
Oh?
You shouldn't have kicked them over.
Oh no. He's I think Xavier and Isaiah are actually cousins. Isaiah just go. Give me the tea, Jeremiah. They might be. I don't know yet.
I'll let you go after you answer a few questions.
Isaiah silently glares at us. He's settled for a non-violent, non-cooperative state. The standoff lasts for a second. Then Xavier and I look at each other. The corner of his mouth twitches to signal for me to go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But I quirk an eyebrow to signal for him to go. 3 seconds pass. Xavier's gaze shifts slightly. He gets up, moves me to the high stool with my back turned away. He places his hand on my shoulder and whispers,
We have to quickly get useful information out of him. You're the only one who can do it. Jeremiah gets into arguments with him, and we're hostile towards each other. He won't cooperate.
I mean, you think I'm gonna be much better? Xavier, I'm ready to start getting into arguments with him. I'm thinking Jeremiah might have something on with this. After that unfriendly encounter in the magnetic field overlap, he probably won't be willing to cooperate with me either. No. Okay, I guess I'll give it a shot. He also wants to throw. A soft laugh reaches my ears. Xavier gently touches my earlobe. Okay, fine, I'll try.
Don't underestimate how much you mean to him.
Hello?
To all the backtrackers, you are different.
Fine. The worst that could happen is we waste more time. At least we gave some to have some to spare. Yeah, oh, all right, Xavier. As Xavier turns me on the stool to face Isaiah, I clear my throat before addressing him. Why did you run away?
Why did you appear near no hunt zone number 39?
You can't answer my question with another question, Isaiah. I'm gonna answer your question with another question. You escaped the no hunt zone number 39 because of the magnetic field overlap? How did you find it? Special equipment? Or did someone give you information? Isaiah? I'm playing nice here. It's not hard to guess. That place must be related to the backtrackers. But Xavier and Jeremiah could only conduct systematic searches for abnormal magnetic fields. Someone is supporting Isaiah. Or was he the one who planted the flux nexus in the magnetic field? This relentless questioning is putting a considerable amount of pressure on him. I feel more confident. For the next question, I turn to Jeremiah. How the fuck did Isaiah escape under your watch? That is what I want my question to be. He decided to escape today. Is today special?
I gave him a monthly subscription for Lincoln Monthly. I didn't let him have any other way to contact the outside world.
Not what I mean, Jeremiah. We're gonna try this question again.
Today should be the day he receives the magazine.
That's... In other words, you only learn about anomalous incidences in Lincoln City today. We can assume that you were aware of the magnetic field overlap in the no-hunt zone number 39. Based on the reports in the newspaper, you knew that certain things had already begun.
You've made your assumptions. Why are you still questioning me?
You're not good, Jeremiah. You're not giving me any tea. More shenanigan music. Should we really want to do? Everyone gets a timeout. Until we start getting answers, everyone is in timeout. Isaiah looks at me listlessly, his stubborn defiance gradually fading away.
No hunt zone number 39 was one of the locations Soren selected. It was the closest, so I just decided to confirm it.
Aha. Now we're getting information.
I never thought. Everyone underestimated Soren.
Not me.
Jeremiah, don't you have some flowers you need to go take care of in the back? I always knew he wasn't someone who could mess with, who you could mess with.
I didn't doubt him either.
Fine, I'm the only one who was blind to the obvious. Are you even listening to me?
No, I'm too busy laughing at you for being an idiot. Xavier and I promptly restrained Jeremiah. And Xavier puts on a serious expression. He signals for Isaiah to continue. Of course not, Jeremiah, but I'm sure no one listened to you.
During our backtracking, we theorized many potential solutions to Philo's crisis. One was planet transplantation. You saw the state of the magnetic field overlap? Don't tell me you didn't realize it was one of the methods for achieving planet transplantation.
All the methods we discussed exist only in theory. They're impossible to implement.
Then how do you explain what we saw inside the magnetic field? If this was just an abnormal magnetic field caused by spatial fractures or displacement, it should have been empty inside.
Hang on, what? This is just an abnormal magnetic field caused by spatial fracture or displacement. It should have been empty inside. Like the normal protofields. He's not wrong. What about those buildings we saw? Those are clearly the product of a civilization.
Inside no hunt zone number 39 was Philos.
Oh my gosh, when he said that, my stomach did a weird flip. Like, I knew it was it's so I don't know how I feel about that. Like, oh my gosh, I have so many feelings about that. Philos? Even though I had a feeling this might be the case, I'm still shaken by the confirmation. I don't know. That's where the backtrackers come from. Xavier's home? As if sensing my unasked question, Xavier shakes his head.
It looks like our homeland, but I doubt that's the real Philos. It's more akin to a projection. Think of how light from a planet travels for a long time before being observed. What we see in that moment is actually how it was many years ago.
It's giving reflection. I don't know, but it's very akin to, like, the reflections in 14. That's what I'm getting from this.
I agree with your assessment. What we can confirm right now is that Soren found a way to create magnetic field overlaps. Maybe he's actually attempting to do a transplantation.
It feels like he's trying to do, like, the only way I know how to describe it is it feels like he's trying to do, like, a rejoining of some way. Like, rejoining is not the correct term, obviously, but like a rejoining of some, like, bringing all of these places together is what it feels like. But why would, yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Made the plane of existence and Soren utilized it. It's the same. Yeah. Everyone is calm, so I quickly compose myself and follow their line of reasoning. I don't really understand the planet transplantation thing, but since it's supposed to solve Philos' predicament, it should be affecting Philos, right? Soren is on Earth right now. You don't think he's planning to transplant Earth, right?
Good question. If you hadn't have dragged me back here, I would have already tracked him down and forced him to tell me his plans.
Isaiah, something tells me that, that might not have gone the way you wanted it to. Just saying.
I guess you'll have to find the answer yourselves.
I feel like it's all gonna come together, but I don't know. I feel like that's something that we have to theorize next.
See? Maybe we should have just knocked him out.
Jeremiah, that's not... Don't you have flowers to go attend to in the back? I wearily declined Jeremiah's kind offer while holding down his eager fists. You were doing a good job with that, Isaiah. I wonder why Xavier hadn't kept Jeremiah in check, only to see him looking down with a furrowed brow. He seemingly lost in thought. Xavier?
Hmm?
That was kind of cute. Are you thinking about Soren's schemes?
I can't figure out what he's planning for now, but maybe we don't need to know. If we obsess over trying to predict his moves, we'll be easily led around by the nose. We don't need to know everything. As long as we can identify a general pattern and strike the vital point, we can still achieve our goal. And Soren is clearly the vital point in all of his plans.
But how do we convince him to give up once we find him?
We don't have to.
Oh? Xavier blinks.
At worst, we can follow Jeremiah's advice.
That's
and
not...
knock him out to control the situation.
Why is everything always led to violence? Not everything needs to be violent. I guess knocking people out is a tradition passed down between backtrackers. Seriously, no, that is not a permanent fix. Xavier nods in a slightly bashful manner. It's as if someone just praised him. I was not... You know what? Yeah, okay. I'm speechless. Meanwhile, Xavier raises his finger. The light walls and bands of light around Isaiah's wrists scatter into specks of starlight before dissipating.
Aside from No Hunt Zone number 39, what are the other locations Soren selected?
No.
Are you planning to search through them one by one? I
Xavier,
advise
please
you to
don't
reconsider.
Tell me you're wondering whether you've left the oven on.
When you were captured by Ever, Soren also participated in modifying your suppressor. The rest of us will have better odds against him.
Oh no. Isaiah analyzes the situation calmly. Even though his dissatisfaction with Xavier is evident in every word.
The magnetic field overlap is Soren's all-or-nothing gamble. He won't be merciful this time. Considering his access to Ever's resources, do you think he developed something that'll specifically target your suppressor?
Probably.
Oh, Xavier. Soren modified your suppressor? What did he do?
Don't worry.
I
won't let myself be at a disadvantage.
That's, Xavier, those are really famous last words that you probably shouldn't be telling me. I should have color on him.
You could remove the
Fucking dare.
suppressor.
Hello? Hello? You can't... Isaiah, you can't... I'm gonna need you guys to use your mouths for explaining right now.
That's the one thing we'll never do.
Oh my god, what is going on? What? What is happening?
Then you can sit back and...
Okay. Isaiah lets out a cold snort. His expression is mixed as a mix of detachment, indifference, and simmering anxiety. That very anxiety stirred a faint unease in me as well. Are the problems Soren's caused really that bad? Isaiah tends to be a little dramatic when he speaks. I need to find a chance to ask Xavier about his suppressor privately.
Everyone's exhausted. Let's get some rest. Soren is human too. Even when he's up to no good, he still needs to sleep.
All right, I'll take care of this guy. We can discuss how to sort out his situation tomorrow.
Jeremiah, babe, my sweet Philosian flower guy. The last time we left you in charge of Isaiah, you let him go. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't... Jeremiah gets up to see us off and uses it as an opportunity to sneakily kick Isaiah, but he dodges. Xavier and I pretend not to notice. We keep our gazes focused on what's ahead as we leave. Sleepover at Jeremiah's! Xavier, you're coming with me for an interrogation! Xavier like, okay, enough think. Now we sleep. Yeah, now it's Xavier's. Xavier, it's time to use your mouth for talking. Oops. That was a freaking adorable though. I do have save for Xavier. We turn the corner. Since the flower shop is closed and no one's around, we meet each other's gaze and burst into laughter.
They're probably fighting right now.
Let's bring them some ointment tomorrow. Oh, we were right at the end. You couldn't wait, Infold? All right. All right. I got voice from here. Okay. So now I'm confused about the collar. The collar can be removed, was placed there by Ever, but now we don't want it removed? Xavier, my sweet, sleepy star boy, I'm gonna need you to start explaining things like yesterday. 10 p.m. isn't exactly late for Lincoln City. Usually, the warm glow from small stalls would light up the pedestrian zone. Their gentle yet inviting radiance can create a welcoming path for visitors. Stop. Literally real time. As Xavier and I walk down the somewhat empty street, I feel a sense of desolation.
I can't smell any fried rice or grilled sausage.
Sounds like a personal issue. So about that collar on your neck. Lots of anomalies are appearing lately. People joke about wanting the apocalypse to hurry up. But day down, I think they're worried. The convenience store should still be open. You wanna go there?
I'm not hungry.
Hello? You're... Xavier, are you... Okay, wait. Are you okay, Xavier? Because you're always hungry. I narrow my eyes and grab his shirt by the shoulder. You've been acting strange since we finished the interrogation with Isaiah. And now you're saying you're not hungry?
I'm actually not hungry.
Unless there's a serious problem, you'd say, okay, and eat something even if you weren't hungry.
True. I'm thinking about a problem.
Cup of noodles for me then. Things are really bad now. They are. What?
I'm thinking about...
How you're lying to me? How you're not telling me the truth? How you are suppressing information that I've asked you about a dozen times? About how I'm probably very upset with you right now? I can keep naming off some things. The silence around us makes Xavier pause. As he struggles to respond, all the more obvious. Under my increasingly insistent stare, a finger is pressed against my forehead. It gently pushes me back.
I'm thinking about how accurately you pinpointed Isaiah's weaknesses. You've never met him before, but you knew how to deal with him. Did you just wing it?
Xavier is being sly again. He's using the way I interrogated Isaiah to avoid my questions. Having secrets as deep as the ocean? Xavier smiles innocently, but his eyes reveal a hint of mischief.
I get it. Your brain is overloaded from processing too much information. So it wants to use me as a distraction to relax for a bit.
I don't... No, that's definitely not it. No, Xavier, that's not what you were thinking.
If you want to relax, I have plenty of ways to help with that.
No. Step back. No. That's not where I was going, MC, but that also counts. No thanks. And knocking me out doesn't count as relaxing. I cross my hands over my head to block the palm that's moving above me. No, sir, absolutely not. No.
Do you think I only use violence to solve my problems?
No, and I don't want you using your other methods either. No, stay away. You're going to your apartment tonight, and I am going to mine, and we are not speaking for the rest of the night. No. You're not relaxed. You're energizer bunny. I never really thought about it that way before, but after Isaiah appeared, this impression has become more obvious. Kira, yes. I'm aware, Xavier, but none are acceptable. I mean, I'm legit kind of sleepy right now. It's not my fault. Taking advantage of my relaxed state, Xavier breaks through my defenses and vigorously rubs my head with a considerable amount of force. Stop touching me! Stop. No. Go away. I'm mad at you right now. Before I can even protest, his fingers press down on several pressure points. My tense mind actually feels at ease. You can't use pressure points as a method either. Stop touching me. Don't. Go away. I'm mad at you.
Better?
No, I'm mad. I feel relaxed, but that doesn't mean I've still forgotten what you're doing. I mean, I think I need a nice cool chest to lay on right now. Zany is what Zany. It's the main story. Stop trying to create her own. Temporarily, but none of these problems have been solved. I also need to keep an eye on you. These moments of relaxation are just a drop in the bucket. He's trapped by the plot. In the darkness, the light in Xavier's eyes seems to flicker for a moment. He lets out a soft sigh near my ear. No!
You already know what I'm going to do,
No,
don't you?
no, stop! Stop! Xavier! Please! You want Isaiah to tell you the remaining locations. Then you'll find Soren yourself.
You won't accept that.
Nope. You are correct, I won't. Spot on, I won't. I know we have relevant leads, so we should find him as soon as possible. We can't give him too much time and let the situation spiral out of control. Xavier, no! It looked like I easily dealt with the spatial anomalies today, but that was because of my evil in the Aether Core. A number of anomalous incidences is increasing. If these things start appearing everywhere in the future, I'll be exhausted to death and still won't be able to deal with all of them.
To ensure you're alive, we should catch Soren as soon as possible.
The deserted commercial street has ironically become the perfect place for a serious conversation. In the middle of the road, Xavier steps near the street lights while pulling me along. We're moving as if we're taking a leisurely stroll.
I want to find Soren by myself, but I don't want to stop him immediately. Isaiah is right. We don't know what or how much he created with Ever's resources. He definitely prepared a few things that target me specifically. Isaiah wasn't being paranoid. If Soren completes the planet transplantation, the stalls, markets, and life as we know it will cease to exist. That can't happen. And if Philos were to return that way, it may not be the one we're hoping for.
Feeling somewhat melancholic, I nod. I know the strategy he has is more or less foolproof. But you're not the only one who can do this. This is the weapon they mentioned in Nocturnal Hunt. Oh, okay. Also, enjoy Montoya.
Compared to me, is there anyone who's more likely to escape unscathed from this reconnaissance mission? Jeremiah? Isaiah? All things considered, neither of them are as suitable as I am.
If I ignore what Xavier is actually saying, his nonchalant tone would make me think he's discussing something as trivial as having more hair than anyone else. The problem is that your chances of escaping unscathed are greatly reduced, all because of that thing. Sensing my gaze on his neck, Xavier lowers his chin slightly, and his expression becomes somewhat complex.
Then we'll think of a way to get rid of it.
But Jeremiah just said that we shouldn't get rid of it. Aside from finding Soren, you were also thinking about how to remove the suppressor, right? Xavier is about to answer, but after he glances at me, he stops walking and his eyes narrow.
You sound eager.
I'm coming with you.
For what?
Those two things. Duh. Removing the suppressor can't be easy. Something like that is comparable to undergoing major surgery. You need family or friends there to support you. And if we do gather intel afterwards, you might be able to launch a surprise attack and subdue Soren. I need to work with you to fight our way out. Compared to Xavier's strategy, mine is a little more idealistic. But I already made up my mind. If he doesn't listen to reason, I'll monitor his every move 24/7 without taking a break. No arguments. Deal with it. I'm coming with you. Do I need a reason to stick with my partner through everything? I hear the sound of a message notification. Xavier checks it. Then he puts his device away and looks up.
Let's move.
Where are we going?
We need to do things that require family to be present from start to finish.
Okay. Oh. Under the streetlight, two shadows suddenly intertwine and overlap. After a burst of brilliant light, the street is deserted. I love when he teleports with us. No ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah, damn straight. One-sided heist. Oh no, it's the hotel with that lady that asked me about my boyfriend. I don't understand what's going on, but he's not fighting MC Cummings with, so it's true. Yeah, Xavier is actually surprisingly cooperative in this. Surprisingly cooperative in this. At midnight, a building located in the commercial area still has its upper floor lights on. It's a normal occurrence. The well-dressed man finishes reading the documents in his hand. After confirming their accuracy, he feeds them into the paper shredder. This is his boyfriend as well. Suspiciously cooperative. It's true. In an age of paperless offices, he's one of the few who still prefers to work with physical documents. Quick, act natural. Maybe a little stud muffin. For certain intel exchanges, this tendency has become his signature style and calling card. The rough texture beneath his fingers gives him a greater sense of accomplishment, Text that's stored electronic makes him feel hollow.
Cheap, inefficient intel is unworthy of the paper it could be printed on.
Who are you?
Maybe the Nest should change its
Hello?
business strategy. Nightingales seem to be more suited for gathering intel compared to ants.
As he waits for the shredder to go through the thick stack of documents, he brainstorms ideas for how to improve his business. A handmade business card turns in his hand, and light flows across the name Randall. It's rather ordinary.
There aren't many moles left in the N109 zone. Wasting them on Ever's scraps isn't worth it. I should save them for something worthwhile.
There's a mole in the N109 zone?
That vengeful merman doesn't need new lists for now either. What a shame. The Oak Elder behind Biosun Pharmaceuticals isn't easy to fool. This business, I need to carefully consider its next move.
Okay. A flash of light appears outside the floor-to-ceiling windows and quickly fades. Raffi. Randall pauses for a moment, and then he looks at the clock. The hour hand hasn't reached 12 yet. Even in fairy tales, he should be safe at this time.
If the magic hasn't failed, then trouble is knocking on the door.
What I will mention, is I think it's kind of interesting. I feel like they're mixing Raffi and Xavier together a lot more than they did in Death and Rebirth with Silas and Zane. Two figures appear on the observation deck outside. One of them pushes open the glass door and walks in without any hesitation. He speaks as if he's here to collect rent.
I heard you have intel on Ever modifying my suppressor.
Xavier, you know how to contact me. Is it really necessary to show up at my door in the middle of the night?
Yes. I think they have more connection to Ever. Okay, that makes sense.
Also, if you're going to show up at this hour, you should have used your evil to wrap yourself in light before letting the particles slowly disperse. It would have been more fairy tale-like.
I don't read fairy tales.
No, he reads shoujo manga.
What a waste of evil.
Oh my gosh. Sir, I don't think you have room to talk right now.
Oh, miss. You're here together.
Do I know you? I don't know you. I would prefer you called me Miss Rosebrook instead. Thank you. Have we met?
I've seen you at the Nest. Or rather, I saw you, but you didn't see me.
That does not make me feel better at this point. I catch the business card he tosses. My way. I catch the business card he tosses my way and study it for a bit. I soon spot a small line of text under several cute mushroom illustrations. The Nest. Randall. So you were the one who designated me as prey for hunting day.
You're giving me too much credit. My relationship with the Nest is about as intimate as a pair of exes.
So, Xavier, I'm going to need you to teach me about those violent tendencies of the backtrackers. Nothing is unusual about his expression. I'm about to drop the subject when I hear Xavier speak.
The nest doesn't have an owner, but whoever serves as its face gets shifted around. It's his turn for now.
That's confidential information. You say it like it's not a surprise. Oh.
That O was very... A light blade is pressed against Randall's chest. Xavier is already behind his office chair. I unhurriedly reload my firearms, disengage the safety, and point the barrel at Randall. Xavier, look, it's dirty clock. It's dirty clock. I thought that was a really interesting thing. Yeah, it is very interesting, actually. That there's no... So I wonder if the guy, the nest guy, was the acting one before that? Since you're a data broker, you should recognize the bullets I loaded.
This is unnecessary.
Is it, though?
I'm not being uncooperative.
No, I think it's absolutely necessary, especially since you know my name. That's kind of weird, dude.
That's enough nonsense for today. The files.
Under my gun barrel and Xavier's blade, Randall wears a weary smile. Yet he shows little to no fear. He inputs a series of passwords on the table and scans both of his palm prints. A hidden compartment slides open. Xavier uses his sword to pick up one of the papers. Xavier, don't! You're gonna get a hole in the paper! What if that's important information? Stop! He glances at it before quickly setting it down. I don't think so, Mira. Seems to me like Raph was there to meet with Nest Guy. That's true.
That's it?
This is all I can get. The Gaia Biotechnology Research Center isn't a haphazard operation. It's not the same institute as before.
Well, no, it's blown up now. It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that guy works with Ever. I don't think he would be running the nest. I mean, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Xavier nods at me from across the table. I understand what he's implying. Then I put my gun in its holster and retreat to the floor-to-ceiling window. The bright office lights grow dim at the same time. When we're plunged into darkness, Xavier returns to my side. Before we teleport away, I faintly hear him bid Randall farewell.
Your services aren't special in the slightest.
Ooh! Ooh! Hello!
That's harsh, don't you think?
I can send a message that confirms Isaiah's intel is accurate to Jeremiah. Maybe that'll help him trust Isaiah a little bit more. Why didn't you take the papers with you?
Leaving them with Randall means he'll sell them as intel again. The buyers won't know I'm aware of what's in them. If they want to utilize that intel against me, then we can use it against them.
Okay. You're quite the strategist, huh? I'm impressed. What was on it? Is there a way to remove the suppressor? Xavier touches his neck and slowly shakes his head.
There wasn't much. It only had two things. Modifying the suppressor wasn't Ever's main purpose when they captured me. Gaia Biotech wanted my evol genes, but the suppressor made extraction impossible.
Was Gaia a part of it ever? Are we? I think Gaia was a part of Ever. If I'm correct. You guys can correct me. And we don't know much. Oh wait, but Soren knows about. Okay. I'm gonna keep reading, but there's a weird connection in there that I'm not sure where my brain is connecting.
So they made a last-minute request to Soren. They asked him to modify the suppressor.
They got absorbed. Okay.
The second part said that Soren's modification was successful. He strengthened the suppressor's restrictive effect. The evil I can use is more limited now.
That bastard. Where exactly did your suppressor come from? And why was Soren able to modify it? This question has been weighing on my mind for so long. Now is an appropriate moment to ask it. I thought there was another extraordinary, complex, and troubling story behind the suppressor, but I never expected.
My family made it for me.
Oh, we're getting the sword out. Hold on. Oh, wait, I wasn't ready. Oh. Your family?
Yes. It was originally made to protect me. On Philos, an evolver's evol energy and life force are one and the same. Using your evol means you're consuming your own life for power. On Earth, we're displaced in time and space. The energy we consume can't be regenerated. The suppressor protects me through restraint.
The sound of my heartbeat is amplified in my ears. I almost doubt that's what I'm hearing is real. Despite all this, Xavier can still sound so calm. Of course he could. He knew this was his fate for a long time. What else can he do aside from getting used to it and remaining detached?
Are you that surprised?
Yeah. What you're basically saying is we shouldn't remove the suppressor. No wonder Isaiah said it would be suicide if we tried. I tighten my grip on Xavier's hand and deliberately repeat those words. We can't remove it.
Did you forget what I just said?
No, I just am choosing to ignore it. Xavier casually squeezes my hand, his tone becoming more relaxed.
The documents didn't reveal a method to remove the suppressor, so launching a surprise attack against Soren now would be difficult. When we wake up tomorrow, we'll need to think of new approaches.
Are you really giving up on removing the suppressor?
I don't have a choice. Researching these technological mechanisms isn't something I'm good at. I can't do it.
Seeing him shake his head with genuine sincerity, I actually feel relieved.
An emergency call from Jeremiah.
Put it on him after he ran away to find the protocore from MC. Okay, in the anecdote. Okay, I had spent a long time since I read that. This man be so secretive sometimes. Just does like the truth bomb.
A bunch of white-gloved men with new type protocore weapons just burst into the flower shop.
At least it's not a call about you letting Isaiah run away again.
We used the car to escape. Isaiah said...
They're Ever's cleaners, and we're not their only targets. Where are you?
I'll share my real-time location with Jeremiah. And new type protocore weapons. My gloves? I think I've seen intel about this on the dark web. They're the ones handling the dirty work for forever. Break through fast and watch out for suicide attacks.
Isaiah can't fight 20 people on his own. He won't last long.
Some backtrackers are here too. Jeremiah's swordsmanship has always been one of the worst in our team.
Oh.
Couldn't beat them before, so it'll be impossible now.
I'm real sorry, Jeremiah. I got super hopeful, but... Okay, this probe better not be laying down now, though.
Got it. Focus on getting out of there.
The call ends, and the chaos on the other end temporarily fades. I know all too well that we don't have time to sit around and come up with anything new. Poor Jeremiah. You don't know if Isaiah's lying, that's true. He could say he's just poor at it, but he's actually just below Isaiah, and so Isaiah's like, he sucks. On an ordinary workday morning, people pass by the street corner, but they don't smell the familiar scent of flowers.
It's not open today? I wanted to pick up a few flowers for the office.
Sorry, my sixth love interest is busy at the moment.
You didn't know? The owner closes the flower shop temporarily from time to time. He's really carefree about it. Young people like him who open flower shops in the bustling parts of big cities usually have that wanderlust spirit. They leave whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, wanderlust, is that what we're saying with it? The customer who wanted to buy flowers doesn't give up and approaches the glass door to look inside the shop. On the counter sits a bouquet of fresh flowers. The wrapping paper is only partially around it, which shows how hastily the owner left.
To be able to leave just like that? Ugh, I'm so jealous.
The plot keeps
We've been
moving,
driving for so
and I'm
long that
sitting
anyone
here
who's been
thinking
trying to
about
keep
the
up should have lost us
implications
by
of what
now.
Xavier just revealed about the colony. I like how Jeremiah's car has plants in it.
We shook them off 15 minutes ago.
The endless stream of rush hour traffic stretches ahead as a small delivery truck weaves through, swaying restlessly. It takes advantage of its slender build. It's his transport vehicle. I'm gonna be honest. I almost read that as it's his transplant vehicle. Listen, I'm here for the pun. Some drivers pull out their phones to capture the truck's flashy maneuvers. Unfortunately, they lose sight of their target in the blink of an eye.
But our choice is obvious. They'll catch up sooner or later.
A flower mobile. It's the plant mobile. A cold snort comes from the passenger seat. Isaiah, I swear to God, Isaiah, if you open your trap and have nothing nice to say, I am going to knock you out.
Why don't you just ram into everyone and send them flying?
That's...
Even if it doesn't kill them, it'd make them suffer at least.
remember that he's not from Earth. He's not from Earth. He's not from Earth.
Those masked people's weapons looked dangerous. Who knows what new thing ever came up with this time?
Losing heart before the battle even begins. I knew cowardice ran in your peasant blood.
Yeah, I'm not like you. Being iron-fisted royalty means your head is made of iron too, right? Why don't you go up front and help me check the headlights?
Isaiah, don't do it. He's gonna run you over. Before this battle can escalate further, I shrink back and retreat to Xavier's side.
If circumstances
Baker
hadn't
actually
forced
tells
our
how close they
hand,
were back
there
then, yeah.
wouldn't be a place for you in my squadron.
I didn't ask for that.
You'd be perfect as No Hunt Zone number 99's headmaster. You'll deal with those mutated wanderers with impure bloodlines and their biological dilemmas.
Jeremiah presses the gas. Listening to the ongoing mockery from the front seat, I rub my ears and lower my voice. Are they really going to be okay like this? They worked well when they were running.
This is how they relax. If they have time to argue, it means the situation isn't dire. You can use this as a chance to relax too.
When there's no threat nearby, they become each other's biggest threat?
Yeah. Our team's dynamic has always been like this. Mature and spirited.
Not the words. Those are not the words that I would use. The back of the small truck has been modified to hold more medium and large-sized plants. Xavier and I pluck a banana leaf to sit on. We're nestled among the plants like two Zen stowaways. Your suppressor just flashed. I wouldn't call it mature. Not a healthy two dynamic. No. Also, hello, Sakral. I think I want to resonate with him. Xavier takes my hand. He signals me to perform a resonance and feel it. Xavier is that older sibling that just ignores what the kids do instead of actually babysitting.
See? There's no problem, right?
I don't know if this is some kind of placebo effect from learning about the suppressor's function, but I feel like your evol has gotten a little weaker.
It's a placebo effect.
Is it? Is it, Xavier? I don't think I trust you. You seem to use your evol a lot whenever we fight. Maybe it is actually getting weaker?
I don't use my evol that much when I fight. Even then, I keep it under control. I just happen to be very strong. It's still effective, even if I don't use it properly.
Xavier, I don't... Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, you tell yourself that, MC. A few specks of light float up from his palm. Their glow is the same as it usually is when I push them in with my finger. They spin in circles. Sir, you are literally using it all the time. You're using it now.
From its birth to its death, a star witnesses the passing of billions of years. Its energy is enough to outlast several generations on Earth. Even if there's a day when I run out of energy, it won't happen for a very long time.
You're really optimistic. My pumpkin star pie cake rainbow. I've acknowledged the suppressor's existence, but seeing Xavier affected by it makes me feel even worse. That red light is like a countdown before an ending arrives. Its presence alone fills me with unease. They headed straight for Philo because there's a group of backtrackers who sided with Soren. And they're after you. Xavier, you're already really old. Other backtrackers weren't as hostile towards Xavier. They didn't target him the way that Soren did either. And now...
The Backtrackers were never a harmonious group to begin with. Who knows how many people are putting their pent-up resentment on his shoulders?
Oop.
If we view their actions as ones that are driven by emotion, then we'll be severely underestimating the Backtrackers. Those willing to cooperate with Ever, and the ones who left at a later time, aren't fools.
Where they say, don't worry, you absolutely need to worry. In this cramped space, Xavier adjusts his posture. He stretches out his left leg, his body swaying gently with the car.
It's because they're intelligent that every decision they make is the optimal choice.
Even if those decisions would tear the team apart and turn the former comrades into bitter enemies.
Tear the team apart? Turn former comrades into bitter enemies?
Did I strike a nerve? I must have struck a nerve.
The original Backtrackers were formed under similar circumstances. Everyone who joined knew the title of Backtracker didn't carry any honor on Philos.
Oh.
It meant rebellion, resistance, and desperate madness.
When embassy resonates with Xavier, how does that affect his draining life force thing? I think it makes it less draining for Xavier. I would be interested. It sounds like it might have like a, you know what it almost kind of reminds me of? Is it reminds me of how her resonance helps Zayn's evolve backlash?
Our journey didn't set off with any blessings. No one would wait for our return on the other side of deep space.
Xavier.
Between choosing to be abandoned by everyone and being forced down a path of betrayal, the former takes a lot more courage.
I frown. I understand Xavier's interpretation of the Backtrackers. Yet deep down, I don't want to accept it.
After working together for so many years, they understood me, and I understood them. I understood the confusion, the disappointment that kept building up after each failed attempt. I also knew that even though the path ahead was shrouded in thick fog, not one person actually gave up.
Seeing Isaiah and Jeremiah's... oh gosh, tactation? Acceptance. I can tell their understanding of their former teammates aligns with Xavier's. But this analysis only makes my expectations about the situation feel heavier. So they chose Soren because the goal he wants to achieve gives them hope. As for what Soren is doing, it always feels like we're a step or even half a step behind.
But the Backtrackers on their side could have anticipated our actions. That's what it means to know your enemy.
You don't have to think of them as being that frightening. Even though they're enemies now, I don't think they'd use underhanded tactics against us. If conflict is unavoidable, It'll be a few straightforward battles. That's all.
At the beginning, I said those people are insane one way or another. I pity how their lives turned out sometimes.
Oh, I'm sure, Isaiah. MC, clear yourself to his side. He's not gonna stop using his evil.
If you still have any delusions about them, I'll spend the rest of my life riding your tail as the King of Sorrow. Your infamy shall be spread from our solar system to Sagittarius. Every star in the galaxy will know your name.
Isaiah. Every time I think you might be kind of neat, you open your mouth and say shit like that. And I just reconsider how I feel about you. Thanks, Isaiah. You write books?
All promising members of the royal family do.
That explains why you were writing poetry on the backtracker ship. This man is so extra. I say you were doing so well just now. Xavier slips a cookie into my mouth as if by magic. He interrupts what I'm about to say before turning and speaking with authority.
Since you love writing so much, don't speak anymore. In fact, you can start right now. Write down whatever you want to say.
You don't even look at the things I write.
I'll look when I have time.
This is such a sibling. Jeremiah, you're not helping.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
I can laugh whenever I want. What, are you gonna give me a story about the King of Laughter?
I don't want to talk to someone as shameless as you.
Isaiah had his fill of being made fun of. He crosses his arms and ignores everybody. Your books suck, Isaiah. My gaze moves from the back of Isaiah's head to the back of Jeremiah's head. Then it settles on Xavier's profile.
Why are you laughing?
You're right. Listening to them bicker is relaxing. Xavier shakes his head with a hint of resignation and leans against a heavy flower pot. He's quiet for a moment. Then he softly chuckles. By the way, where did that cookie come from?
I picked it from a tree. Jeremiah prepared a tree as a gift for an important client. We're stealing some cookies, so don't let him catch us.
Okay. Seeing him pull down the small gift box along with a couple of leaves, I swallow my cookie and move closer to the tree. Xavier, you're wrong about this one. Or one thing. If I were in your homeland, I would wait for you to return. Oh no, MC. MC. Except you didn't wait for him to return. MC. No, except you did. You didn't wait for him to return. Oh my god. Like something Zane would say and do. It would. Oh, MC, that's so loaded, and you don't even know. MC. All right, let's go ahead and get started then. Let's go ahead and do this. Following Jeremiah's plan, we speed along the suburban highway for a while before heading towards the aerial tunnel. Once we enter the ultra-high-speed tunnel, we can lose our pursuers and buy ourselves enough time to regroup. But from a distance, we can see the checkpoint before the tunnel. It's flashing red. Like an ominous warning, the thin mist is stained with cold crimson.
Looks like it's closed.
How convenient. Oh, what a coincidence. Don't tell me.
Their influence doesn't reach that far. Let's split up and scout the area. We'll meet up at the southwest corner of the rest stop in 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
Hello? Excuse me, sir? Oh no, shenanigan music. After dropping us off at the intersection leading to the rest stop, Jeremiah makes a gesture behind the truck window and slowly drives away. His gesture was cool, but this little truck is covered in battle scars. The sign that says Philos's fresh flower delivery has been worn down to just a P. Oh no. How can its interior be intact when it's covered in holes?
Aside from the shell, nothing on this truck is original. Jeremiah modified it into something like a military fortress.
P.
In the worst case scenario, the driver's cabin can supposedly transform into an ejection pod and sacrifice the rear cargo for a quick escape.
Jeremiah, why did you feel the need to make this type of truck? Because it feels like you did that just in case of this specific circumstance. In other words, it could be sacrifice. Oh, it could sacrifice the flower pots, plants, and us?
After this is over, I'll ask Jeremiah to expand the ejection pod a little.
Yeah, that would be nice, yeah. For events like this, of course. Specifically this event, though. Like, no other event. It has to be specifically this event. I nod. Hundreds of vehicles are parked at the rest stop. Most of them are armored trucks and heavy-duty trucks transporting valuable cargo. A circle holographic screen is in the center. In the center is divided into several displays. The leftmost section shows the number of vehicles currently at the rest stop. Jeremiah is a knower. He's a knower. One time only use it. A knower. That's his eval, is being a knower. As I pass by one of the armored trucks, I can't help but feel a little envious. Listen, MC, I'm not saying it's right, but, hijacking one of these vehicles might not be a bad idea. I'm just saying. I remember reading data that showed if a vehicle's structural integrity is sufficient, it can almost travel at the speed of sound through the aerial tunnel. Is Jeremiah's modified delivery truck capable of that?
Yeah.
Oh. Saying Jeremiah's assembly confirmed, yeah. Then we can experience ultra high speeds.
The express lane is very expensive.
Okay, we have piano. But Jeremiah made his own armored truck. The aerial tunnel uses protocore enhanced material as its primary structural component. There's almost no resistance in the low vacuum environment. As a result, daily maintenance costs are astronomical. If ordinary goods were transported through the aerial tunnel, the toll fees alone would exceed the value of the cargo. Right. By the time we exit the tunnel, all the plants in the back could qualify as luxury items. Jeremiah, yes.
Tunnel instability is normal. It's been in operation for 2 or 3 years.
I don't like the sound of this.
When will it reopen? Who knows? If you can't wait, just use the regular highway.
They said it involves stuff like abnormal magnetic fields and unusual energy fluctuations. They won't reopen the tunnel until the situation stabilizes. Long-distance transport is so exhausting. You might as well rest like me and find a massage pod to lie down in.
After questioning some truck drivers, Xavier and I head to the southwest corner of the rest stop to meet up with Jeremiah and Isaiah. We thought Simone and Gideon would be good together. The explanation given by the staff is consistent with the information we obtained. There's no telling when the tunnel will reopen. Did they give a reason for why it's closed?
Abnormal magnetic fields, energy fluctuations, and other factors are causing instability inside the tunnel.
Yeah. That's just a catch-all excuse.
So what's the plan? Will we keep waiting or take a different route?
Isaiah, whenever you start talking, I'm afraid of what's going to come into your mouth. I can't tell if I'm going to like what you say or I'm going to be mad about what you say. It is a weird experience when you start talking. There's only one way to enter the aerial tunnel. If we turn back now, there's a chance we'll run into our pursuers. But if we wait here too long, it's a matter of time before they catch up to us. He just has an effect on people. Look, 5 down blinked. I think we should just wait here. Let's wait here a little longer. The rest stop is closed to a checkpoint. If anything unusual happens, it'll inevitably alert the evil police officers and hunters who are stationed here. Even if the backtrackers and the white gloves catch up to us, they probably wouldn't dare to cause a scene.
The trucks at this rest stop are backed by powerful individuals, and the cargo they're transporting is invaluable. I don't think Ever would go so far as to offend the forces behind these shipments for Soren's sake.
Jeremiah gives me a thumbs up.
It's settled then. I haven't eaten or drank anything since yesterday, so this is the perfect chance to refuel. You guys should too. Don't go into battle on an empty stomach.
Yeah, that's right. Go eat something, Jeremiah, my love. Infold, let me in the library. I need to make sure Helpy is eating and sleeping. Chubai says he's getting his daily dose of sweet. It's true. It's okay. You eat first. We're not that hungry anyway.
Yeah. We'll gather intel in the meantime.
This sounds very sketchy, like MC's gonna pull him into behind the building. I'm just saying. Thinking of that plant. Oh, that's right. Thinking of that plant, while nearly half of its gifts already devoured, Xavier and I adopt our most work-related attitudes. I mean, cookies is fine too. I mean, that's what it was. They weren't hungry, duh, 'cause they've already eaten things, stuff. Yeah, you know. The circular screen is divided into 6 segments. It displays live news, traffic updates, and recently released movies and TV shows. To remind him when they ate his plant delivery. Some drivers have their vehicle doors open as they recline in their seats to watch the screen. Others are near the rest stop's food service windows to eat and drink. The aerial tunnel sits at a high altitude. Altitude. And the rest stop is perpetually shrouded in a thin mist. It gives it a surprisingly homey, lived-in atmosphere.
You look just like that delivery driver who was worried about being late. It's a perfect disguise.
Who? Me? No.
Aren't you thinking about something along the lines of, I would have taken a different route if I had known?
Magnetic field anomalies can affect the tunnel. I've been dealing with this issue related to them, but I completely overlooked that connection. Xavier nods and begins to count.
In that case, we should hold Jeremiah responsible. He was driving the truck. Isaiah bears a lot of responsibility too. If he hadn't attracted those pursuers, we could have had time to plan alternative routes. Since I planned to act alone and didn't properly supervise them, I bear most of the responsibility.
With his calculations, the responsibility for one mistake doesn't seem like enough to go around for 4 people. I feel somewhat helpless. I don't want him to feel bad. He's already got to deal with a lot. You're making it sound like it's everyone's at fault. You don't need to create a list.
I'm not doing that.
I need to
what I said is true. None of us are mindless puppets. So every action we took was inevitably shaped by everyone's thoughts and decisions. Let's put Jeremiah aside. If Isaiah found out you wanted to take all the responsibility, what do you think his reaction would be?
At this point, I believe he would tell me that it was, yes, indeed, my fault, and he is not to blame about any of this. He'd call me a sucker?
He'd do more than that. He'll scold me for playing dumb, call Jeremiah a coward, and declare that he was also part of the mistake with his head held high.
He really is your cousin. Xavier furrows his brow. He surprisingly looks unhappy. I know Xavier is right. In a battle where allies fight side by side, wanting to take on all the responsibility is disrespectful to your fellow teammates. But we did need an obligatory Charlie mention. You could try not throwing your other teammates under the bus next time you want to confront someone. I'm worried that Jeremiah will be so sick of us that he'll turn us into fertilizer one day.
You don't like what I said?
I do. Seeing me sigh, yet also feel relieved, Xavier reveals an understanding smile and leans to the side. He idly looks around.
I noticed you kept frowning and then looking up. What caught your attention?
The weather forecast. It said anomalies elsewhere were under control, but in Lincoln, they were only getting worse.
The weather anomalies and the unusual magnetic fields should be connected to what Soren is doing.
Why Lincoln City, though? Is it because Ever has more resources there? I thought this kind of thing would carry out in other places with fewer people. It wouldn't be exposed so quickly.
If his goal is to find a way to save Philos through a magnetic field overlap, then it can only happen in Lincoln. The deep space tunnel affects Lincoln City the most. Various operations involving magnetic fluctuations will be easier to implement.
So here's a question, and you guys can let me know if they explain this later or not. But if they move Philos, if they displace Philos onto Lincoln, onto Earth, would that bring the Philos core as well? Because that's obviously what Soren is trying to do. He's trying to save Philos, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Wouldn't that bring the core with it? You know, the inevitable doom of Philos.
And this is where Backtrack 2 descended. For him and some backtrackers, it's also where they fell. If there's a chance for them to make a comeback,
that will explain.
Then Lincoln City will be their new starting point.
I see. Talking about lost homelands doesn't seem appropriate here. Too bad I don't have a chance to ask the other backtrackers how they've been doing on Earth. Do they like Earth? Have they gotten used to life here? Do they consider Earth a second home? I guess most of them would say no. Otherwise, there wouldn't be these recurring conflicts. Oh no. And Jeremiah and Isaiah return with the food they've scoured up. Surprisingly, they started watching the TV drama that's playing continuously in the corner of the screen.
They're still showing this? Don't tell me they've already made it to 10 seasons.
A workplace idol drama about protocore refining? Why did they make it look like magic? Brainless people watch brainless shows.
On the screen, the protagonist is researching methods for turning Earth's natural energy source, such as oil and coal, into protocores. They came back to crunch chips. If only it were that simple. If natural resources and protocore energy could complement and support each other, then there might be more innovation in energy technologies. But it's impossible.
I'm not so sure about that.
We're quickly shocked by the show's over-the-top melodrama. We can't give any more attention to our scientific discussion.
Who's controlling the screen? I want to file a complaint. This is mental pollution.
Isaiah, I thought... Love-hate watching bad TV, honestly. I thought we were going to have an honest conversation there for a second with Isaiah, and then it didn't happen. Forget it. There are still plenty of people who love watching this. If you don't like it, just look away.
Quiet.
Oh. Hello? Xavier just shushed me. Xavier suddenly stands up. With a grumpy expression, he looks towards the rest stop entrance. Oh, no! No! Don't tell me it ends there. It doesn't! There's one more! All right. Let's go.
Something's off.
This is massive distracting us from conversation. The tunnel has been closed for some time now, and the information has spread to the drivers who are stuck here. After we arrived, fewer cars showed up, but after this moment, an armored truck is pulled into the rest stop station. Oh. Energy fluctuations. The newly arrived vehicle is loaded with a batch of active protocore energy weapons. There's a few of them. They might not necessarily be from Ever. But Xavier doesn't hesitate.
Retreat. Get in the truck.
Oh. Using the fog and other large vehicles as cover, we head to the corner. A subtle energy shift appears in the air. Xavier and Isaiah turn their attention toward the center.
Avoid the patrol robots.
It's just like that time Xavier helped me escape the nest. We ran into them at Azure Square. Ever is using them to pursue us.
They're all Ever's products. The fact that they immediately hacked the robot's control systems means it's them. At this rate, they'll determine our location within 10 minutes.
Oh no. Okay.
Get ready for a fight.
Yeah.
The fog grows thicker, and my grip on my gun becomes slick with sweat. It's possible that we don't need to fight, but the tension still makes my heart beat faster. As expected, Topic breaks the atmosphere of the silent retreat.
Before this difficult battle begins, I need to make a confession.
Jeremiah, is now the time to make a confession? I don't think now is the time.
Over the years, I've been secretly taking parts from our backtracking spaceship to modify my truck.
This is not... Now is not the time for this, Jeremiah.
Since you're insane, consider going to therapy. Dying is also an option.
This is not the time, Isaiah. Don't fight. While I'm confused why Jeremiah is bringing this up, Isaiah's angry expression freezes. Then it falls apart.
Please don't tell me you still haven't given up on that suicidal idea of modifying a miniature warp drive.
Jeremiah, I'm going to have to beg you at this point, please. Please, 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 now is not the time, Jeremiah. No, this is relevant. Jeremiah. A miniature warp drive. Can that be built on a truck? Shocked, I look at Xavier. Even his serious expression shows traces of cracking. Xavier's like, I cannot with this guy right now. Isaiah is so rude. Jeremiah is the best. Jeremiah becomes the calmest person in the room, his face revealing hints of amusement.
Anyway, we only have two options right now. Either we charge out and fight, or we try out my truck's immature string and warp drive that I poured my heart and soul into modifying.
You mean it's untested, Jeremiah? Untested.
What's the success rate?
I don't want to know that answer, Isaiah. I don't want to know that answer.
If success is defined as no one dying, then it's 100%.
Jeremiah, that's the bare minimum. That's the bottom of the barrel.
The worst case scenario is that we won't know where we'll end up.
I don't. This is not.
Has your recklessness grown with age?
Has your courage declined with age?
Isaiah's brows furrows before relaxing. He scoffs and directs the question at me. Don't look at me. I don't want to answer. If you have any questions, my assistant partner here can answer them for me. My faith is shaking. I'd like to keep my parts together. Caleb doesn't have any spare parts. Oh god.
It's your call.
Don't leave this up to me. No, I'm gonna refer over to Xavier.
Yeah, you decide.
I don't want to decide. This is... I actually agree with Isaiah right now. Okay, firstly, I need to know what a string end warp is. Secondly, did you forget that Xavier is your leader?
It's basically a point-to-point space travel technology. But you've already made your choice, right?
I have not made a choice. When did I make a choice? No choice has been made. No choice has been made at this point. I don't want to make a choice. I don't... Why is this left to me? I really hope I don't regret this. The enemies before us are too familiar with our skills, and their strengths is formidable. Not to mention, they're carrying weapons with highly destructive power. But what worries me most is, could they be carrying equipment that's designed to target the suppressor? It's basically teleporting, right? I might not have done it myself, but I've seen it in action. Space warps should be pretty straightforward. Speaking of which, I've seen sci-fi movies with pigs where the protagonist, if pigs can do it, and can do space warp, we can too. Atta girl MC. After organizing my thoughts, I turn to the three men's patient gaze and grit my teeth. Jeremiah, do you have a way for us to slip away without alerting anybody?
I got you.
Can we add an extra safety measure? We need to guarantee we'll stay safe within a certain range and not end up on the other side of the planet.
There are people here who have extensive experience with unplanned warp points.
I don't... That's not a vote of confidence, Xavier. I need you to shh. Just... Shh. Just let me talk to Jeremiah. Realizing he's talking about their experience using Backtrack 2 across space and time, I can't help but feel somewhat nostalgic. Though now is not the time for that. You really have been through a few epic adventures. Xavier, who got in first, turns around in a crouching position and pushes aside the branches blocking their rear door as he reaches out to me.
Regardless of the adventure, you've always been there.
Xavier, we need to know the bare minimum. Before I can think about what he means, he pulls me into the vehicle. The door closes behind me. It seemingly shuts out all outside threats. Sandwiched in the corner, hidden by 2 heavy trucks, the window of the small vehicle flashes. After confirming that the inside of the truck can't be seen from outside, the steering wheel rises and Jeremiah skillfully manipulates the control panel hidden underneath. Yeah, okay, but we don't remember that, Xavier, so...
Now it's a small truck equipped with a cloaking device and stealth tech. We can use the shadows for cover and slip into the tunnel's auxiliary road next to the checkpoint. Once we're there, we'll activate the string-end warp drive. The tunnel will conceal the commotion, so hopefully they won't notice us.
All right. Everything progresses just like Jeremiah says. Neither patrol robots nor the checkpoint detects us. The truck enters the tunnel's auxiliary road. At the final moment, Xavier extends his hand towards me, as if to seek my consent.
We'll blow up those patrol robots to show them we're hiding at this rest stop.
That way they'll waste more time here. Okay, sure, I can stand behind that. Yeah, I can see that Jeremiah doesn't... I grasp his hand, and we silently resonate just before the vehicle enters the tunnel. Inside the rest stop, several figures are searching for something. Patrol robots hover in midair. Their compound eyes sweep across the tunnel entrance. Traces of cold, red light flash. Suddenly, all the robots lose power. Their eyes flickering and go dark. They crash to the ground, one after another. There we go. I'm excited. There's so much lore. I love lore so much. I'm so excited for lore. I really like Isaiah. I am really excited about this. I'm really excited to learn more about why they're trying to displace Isaiah, or not Isaiah, but Philos. I'm not into Isaiah. I respect him as a kill bro. Okay, no, that's fine. Oh, as a little bro. Yeah, that's fine. I get it. He's a special kind of something. I enjoy the banter. I do too. I enjoy his dynamic with the others. I like that he's over the top. I love that he's over the top. After this. There's a lot of information. A lot of information that is not explained yet, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited to learn more about all of these other characters that they just introduced, because I feel like they introduced a bunch of people. Having more characters bounce off each other makes it more... I agree. Isaiah's growing on me. He's obviously a little bow spoiled royalty. I do always have a soft spot for his kind of character. It's very anime. I can't pinpoint... The only... I don't know if anybody's gonna get this, but you know who he kind of reminds me of is... He kind of reminds me of Fulgore from Zatch Bell. I don't know if anybody knows what Zatch Bell is, but... he kind of reminds me of Fulgore. And finally, I'm so excited about more Jeremiah! I love Jeremiah so much. I'm so happy to have more Jeremiah. Lord Farquaad himself. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see if this warp thing works. And I'll be excited to see the kindled, obviously. I think I'll be really excited to learn when we see the bell tower. I think the premise is super neat. And I'm interested in seeing how this all ties into Ever as well. Because I think there's a lot of good information that's going to be dropped. I definitely feel already that they're gearing up for Caleb's. I feel that's partly why they're introducing so many people, is because I still feel like Caleb's story is gonna drop a bunch of stuff. Even the backtrackers left. They do. You cannot like Jeremiah. He's so good. He's such a good boy. I love him so much. I'm just happy to get lore, you guys. I'm so excited to get lore.